photo shoot.
I'm filming you.
What for?
Because I want you to tell us how you're feeling. Because you're really down.
I am. You want me to speak about it?
Hmm.
Well, obviously you know who I am. Name. And the fact that I'm now living in Cornwall. And my son and his wife, Kay, daughter-in-law. And I don't know what's in my mind. I can't express myself as what I want to say. Obviously, I was in Stoke and I've come to Cornwall to live with Simon and Kay, the closest people to me that I love. And yet, there seems no love in me at all to give back to them. Why that is, what this is, I don't know. I feel I want to put my arms around both of them, thank them so much for what they've done and doing for me. And there's something radically wrong because I can't do it. I used to be able to, but I just can't do it. Now I feel like saying I'm cold and frozen all the time and upsetting them both. They're doing the very best they can.
Mm-hmm.
Just check Luke's tail.
Oh.
Sellotape tail boy.
I'm just filming Bebe because she's... Oh, hello.
So I just want to be able to see to put this stuff down.
Where is he?
It's time.
Oh, Simon, come in.
Bebe's very, very down.
I am. I shouldn't be, I mean...
So what are you wanting to do then, Bebe?
Well, I can't go back to Stoke-on-Trent, obviously, can
I don't know.
Try to pick myself up and, you know, try to be different to how I am. But your lives are going on and I'm taking part of it away from you, and this is what I get so upset about. You shouldn't be like this, and neither with me. You're only young yet, you should be having a good time and going out with your friends and not having to worry that...
But you say this, and yet you were crying this morning because you were so worried that we were going to put you into a home, even though I hadn't said that.
No. You see, I don't know what I'm saying, what I'm doing, or anything.
Every few minutes you're changing your mind.
Yes. It's never right, is it? Of course it isn't.
You've told us that you want to go back up to Stoke.
I know.
Want to go into care up there.
Well, looking at it, perhaps it is well, because then I'm out of the way. I'm in care, but they're caring for me. But you can get on with your lives as you want to.
This isn't about us, I have to say. We brought you here to look after you.
Yes.
And you're the one with the problem at the moment. You're the
I
one
am.
that's getting et up and angry and saying you want to go and
Yes,
accusing us of bringing you down here against your will, and you know, but you've been here a year and now this...
Well, what's happened then? I haven't been like this all year, have I?
No.
But all of a sudden I've started like this. So then we have to think, well, why I changed so much when I was happy? Something radically wrong's happened, hasn't it, to make me feel
But you weren't
this way.
happy, Bebe.
No, I don't think you've been happy. I can't
No.
actually know if I can remember a time when you were really genuinely happy, ever, in the years I've known you.
No.
To be honest.
It's, I wonder why not.
You have times where you're very over the top and you're singing and dancing and you'll have verbal diarrhoea, so you're talking non-stop.
Yeah.
And you can do that for quite a long time and then the next minute your head's down and you're not speaking and you're as low as can be. And it's all part of your illness.
It must be. We're never like this in
But
your life, was
I
it?
suppose we're all struggling with it at the moment because we don't know from one minute to the next
How we're
whether
going
you're going to be happy or not, or having a go. And you've already had a shout at us already today quite a few
Goodness
times.
sake, oh dear. But I don't know, do I? This
No.
is the terrible part about it.
And sometimes you say you want to go into care, you've had enough of here, you're not happy, you want to go into care. Sometimes you'll say you're going into care in Cornwall, sometimes you're going to go into care in Stoke. And then this morning you were upset because you said you wanted to stay here. You see, we don't know from one day to the next really
You can't do,
what
can
you
you?
want to do. So I think in the end, what we will end up doing is making that decision for you.
You've got to do K, obviously.
Yeah, and then what we say has to go.
Of course.
You know, whether you like it or not, I'm afraid.
Well, you've had enough, haven't you?
We haven't had enough, but you're pushing us, I suppose.
Yes,
What
yes.
you're doing all the time is
Well, I couldn't
seeking
stand
us
it.
out to have a go all the time. So when you've settled for a few minutes, and what we thought,
Yes.
we'll just have a breather for a minute, and then the next thing you're back in again having a go about something. So it's kind of, it is difficult. It's exhausting.
must
Me and
be,
Simon are
yeah.
exhausted this
Must
week.
be.
Absolutely.
The terrible part about it is I don't know I'm doing it. Or do I? I don't know.
Well, you do. I mean, we've been out, we've just come in,
Yeah,
and you're cold. And that's
Yeah.
why you still got your coat on.
yeah.
There you go.
And straight away you started complaining. That's why I got the camera out,
Yes.
because I just want you to see yourself.
I'm glad you have, Kay.
But now you're sort of picking up, you see, because the camera's on, like you do. But, you know, your face is a picture, and it's telling us exactly how you feel. So I think, I don't know. But it's very hard. It's really hard for any of us to keep being positive and feeling up, because you're constantly bringing us down, I suppose.
yes.
And whatever we say, you turn it around, and it all turns out negative in the end. Instead of we try our hardest to remain positive.
You must do, Kay.
Yeah, but I think that we are feeling like we're reaching the point now where
Yes.
it will be time for you to move on.
You must do, because you're only young yet. You've got
It's
your
nothing
life.
to do with us being young.
No.
We're not that young anyway.
No, right.
We took that into consideration when you came to live with us. So it's nothing to do with that. It's the fact that you have become very, very unsettled and shouting at us. You're shouting, you're having a go about everything. Nothing is right. We can't do anything right at all. There's nothing that we can do to make you happy.
No.
We can't find any interest for you. You're just shutting down on us, and we can't do anything.
No.
Going
No.
out you don't like, staying in you don't like, going to Izmir you don't like. It's just, we can't do anything. We've tried to find interests for you. You're not interested in anything at all. Maybe listening to the odd CD is about it. But your concentration on that's very limited.
Yes.
You were enjoying your keyboard that you've been given on a long loan,
Yeah.
but now you're not interested. Just can't find anything at all. And all you want to do is to constantly have our attention and talk to us and make us down all the time. If we're not spending minutes with you, you'll... Oh, put it away. Everything, yeah. Yeah.
I think that's about everything you said is true, of course.
Yeah.
You've got to accept that. No.
So I don't know what else we can do to make you happy.
No. Well, you've done your best.
But you don't want to go into care, you know, like we've said. I mean, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. You know, you're crying this morning saying, don't put me into care, right? And then about an hour later you said you think the best thing is for you to go into care. It's that, and every time, like me and Simon were just chatting, you get involved and you start to direct the conversation again to you all the time. We can't talk about anything without you butting in, and it's all about you, and it's, you know, you've got to chip in with how unhappy you are, or, you know, there's no. It just seems like it's ages since you've been positive now. I mean, you had a good spell on Sunday when Rose and Ace were here, but it wasn't real, it was just artificial. Right. It was you putting on a show.
Right.
And as soon as they were gone, that was it. You go down, then that's it.
It's terrible. Terrible to come to this. And so what's the answer? I go into home, is that it?
Well, I don't know. I don't know, Bebe. I think none of us know at the moment. We don't know what to do, but
you don't
we are
it.
exhausted, and I think you probably are going to have to go for some respite at least, to just give me and Simon a break.
Well, I've got to do
because you won't let up.
No.
You're not letting up at all.
No. It's never right in any case. You're too young. You're young people. Yes.
It's nothing to do with us being young, and we're not that young. But
no. Well, you don't want your life like this, Kay. Of course you don't.
Yeah, but do you want me to say no? We don't. So that's it. Shall I say that then? Is that what you want me to say? You don't. You want me to say no. Oh, it's all right, Bebe. Everything will be fine. And I do keep saying that. But we still keep coming round on this loop, round and round. So now I'll say, you're right. Yeah, me and Simon do want a life. Get on with our lives.
Yes.
Do everything we want to do. You can go into care.
Yes.
So then how do you feel about me saying that?
Not very happy.
Well then, so stop pushing us to say it.
All right. All right, Kay.
You know why you're here, and you know that we love you very much. So I don't know why you treat us like this all the time.
I mean,
you're not going to get the care that you get here with us. We look after you. We put you first all the time. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get this one-to-one that you get at home if you go into care.
But you see, why am I so ungrateful? What's making me so? I should be sort of saying, oh, Simon, Kay, you know, what can I do to help or anything? But I'm not, am I?
I'm not bothered about you being grateful.
No.
I don't care about that, but you're just unhappy all the time. And that's what concerns me. If you're not happy here, then you shouldn't be staying here, should you really?
No, because your lives are going on. And
no, we're not talking about that. No.
But I dare say, wherever I go by the sound of it, I shall be happy.
You won't. If you go into care in Cornwall, you're not going to be happy. If you go up to Stoke, you're not going to be happy. No. So it's up to us. We're going to have to get advice and find out what everyone else thinks, what maybe professionals that are involved with you would think is the best thing to do, because we can't decide either.
No.
But I do think that we are reaching a breaking point here, because you know, you're just not giving us any respite at all.
You must be. I know, I feel the same.
From 1 minute to the next, you keep on.
I know. The same with Sam, of course.
Freezer. In the freezer. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Both of you, gosh. Just a different girl I've turned into, and I don't know why. I thought coming to Cornwall we'd all be happy together. No problems. Be with the two people. And yet, it's not turned out like that, has it? turned out completely different to how I thought it was going to be. Obviously all my fault. I wouldn't blame you two for anything, what you've put up with. So, I've got to make the decision, or you and Simon have. Obviously you're like, you're only young yet. Can't go on with this all the time, looking after me, and I'm not grateful. It's a terrible part about it. Should be. Of course I should. Okay, I don't know what to say anymore. I can't say anymore.
No. Okay.